Hi, I'm Keith, and welcome to week 25 of my weekly fitness vlog, Up the Peak, on the road. This week, I had some, I wouldn't go as far as saying disturbing news, but definitely something that has me slightly worried. On Tuesday, when I went in for my testosterone shot at the VA clinic here in Cheyenne, I had told the nurse about a bump under my chest right in this area right here. And I first noticed it a few weeks ago, and I wasn't sure if it was something that had always been there, and now that I've lost so much weight, I'm now noticing it, or if it's something to be concerned about. So she set up an x-ray for me right there at the VA hospital, and they did an x-ray. I got a call later that day, and what they told me was that they weren't 100% sure, but it looked like some kind of a bone growth. But what they were going to do was they wanted to set up a CT scan to be more thorough about it. So I did the CT scan on Thursday, and I thought I'd have results by now. But unfortunately, I have to wait until maybe Monday. So I don't have an update on that. Now, I could research this thing online, but the truth is it could be a million different things. I'm very confident that it's nothing. I spoke to my mother on the phone today, told her about it. And my father has something similar to that, she said. So it could be some kind of hereditary thing. He's had it for years. So until I get the results of the CT scan back, I do want to be a little cautious, though. So I didn't overdo it as far as the workouts this week. I still maintained my walks/jogs, still on par with the past. But as far as any crazy hikes, I kind of took this week off with that. But what I did do was I did a little recon. So this week, I finally drove down to Rocky Mountain National Park, and I took the scenic tour on Trail Ridge Road. This is a nice stretch of road that shows you various sites within the park. And one of the first things I did was I went and paid a little visit to my old friend Long's Peak. Now, even though I didn't want to start working on the hike yet for that, I wanted to do some recon for it. So what I did was I located the entrance for it. Now, I was told by a ranger that if I wanted to hike that, I'd have to get there at 2 o'clock in the morning to start the hike. I originally thought that might have been related to the time to get to the different stages of the hike. It never even occurred to me it would be because of the volume of people that would be there. When I finally got to the entrance, the entire parking lot was jam-packed, and all along the road leading up to the parking lot was full of cars from different states. There was a lot of license plates from different states from all over the country. So it's one of those things where a lot of people come and do it. And I remember I said in day zero, it was a big touristy thing. There were a lot of people there when I started out. But the closer we got to the top, the less the people were. So same thing now. So I'm going to have to get there really early in the morning to really be able to park and start exploring it. Hopefully that's going to happen this week. But once again, we are getting slammed with thunderstorms all week in that part of Colorado. So I'm just going to have to play it as I go and just hope the weather, gives me a break. It's literally like nothing but thunderstorms from here on the remainder of the week. I took a drive through Rocky Mountain National Park with Trail Ridge Road. Some beautiful scenery. Once again, it's one of those big tourist things. A lot of people are driving it. You're very lucky, though, in some cases, because some of the stops you make, there's not a lot of people, so you can get some photos. Like this photo I have right here. Now, in the background, of course, is Long's Peak, and there's the sign for it. Now, if you don't follow my Instagram, you probably have no idea who this monkey is. This monkey popped up last week hanging out of my backpack when I did the incline, but I never elaborated on what's with the monkey, Keith. The monkey was something I won at an amusement park in Ohio when I was going through. I stopped at Cedar Point. I mentioned that in the previous video. Well, they had a game there where it was guess your weight. And if they were wrong, you got to choose any prize you wanted. They missed the mark by about almost 50 pounds. So that was kind of cool. So as a result to that, they guessed 50 pounds less than what I weigh. So I'm carrying it very well, which I've always been told that about my weight. I carry it well. I got to choose whatever I wanted, so I chose this little stuffed monkey. I thought it was kind of a cool little thing. And I did a post about it on the Instagram. And then when I got back on the road, I did a little Instagram update with the monkey. And then eventually I gave a name for the monkey. I named him Little Mike. Yes, Big Mike, I named him after you. Someone left a comment saying that Little Mike was my mascot. And I thought, you know what? I kind of dig that. That's kind of cool. So I have been doing little updates with little Mike on my Instagram and my Facebook. Now, when I was at the incline, on the way down, some of these nice people I hiked with, people from Wisconsin, I referenced them last week, little Mike kept kind of popping out of the backpack. I had so much stuff in there that the bag was unzipping and little Mike was hanging out a little bit. When I got off the trail and I was walking back in the car, I got to the car, I was all satisfied with myself, patting myself on the back after doing that incredible hike up the incline. And I did a little post on Instagram, me holding up little Mike like the Lion King in this little picture right here. And then I started driving away. I got miles and miles down the road, and I was at a red light, and I looked to see where little Mike was. I was in a, just for fun, I do snap him into the, passenger seat with his little seatbelt on. I don't know why I do it. I'm silly. What do you want me to say? So I look around and I'm like, where's little Mike? I can't find him. And I suddenly realize he must have fallen out of the backpack. So here I am, miles down the road. I just left a place that was crowded and flooded with people. What am I going to do? Do I drive back on the chance that I might find him? Do I push forward after doing these posts about this awesome little stuffed animal I won? Faced with a decision, I asked myself, Keith, what kind of man are you? Are you the kind of man that would drive back and look for a stuffed monkey? Yes, I am that kind of man. Yes, I went back for little Mike, and I found him. I retraced my steps from where I parked, and I was traveling up the road leading up to the incline, and I was lucky enough to find him sitting on a box in front of a small house on the side of the road. So I stopped the car in the street, hopped out, grabbed him real quick, jumped back in the car, and drove away. The odds of someone having the same monkey on display in front of their house, I'd say are pretty slim, so I don't think I'd deprive some small child of their favorite toy. Little Mike is now officially part of the fitness journey. Back to Rocky Mountain National Park and the tour. As I said, there was a lot of beautiful scenery. I got to see some cool wildlife. There were some pretty hair-raising spots. Some of the roads, as you get closer to the top, it's like kind of a scary drop off the side. I didn't do any video, but I took some photographs. Here is a photograph. I'm zooming in of the road. You see a lot of vehicles there. You see how close it is to the edge. This is the kind of road that if you swerve and go off the road, you're about to have a really bad day. So as I got closer to the top on this trail, the road, I believe, reached an elevation of over 12,000 feet. We reached snow territory. Snow in July up in the mountains. Not just there, but as you can see here in this picture, a lot more snow further back in the mountains. So I went a little further, and I came up to this awesome rock formation. This is where I had to park at another rest area and got to walk up by foot. So I'm walking in, 12,000 foot altitude, and I'm doing fine. I got to the rocks, I grabbed some nice footage. I was really happy about this. It was something kind of inspiring because I thought back to last summer. Last summer, I spent the entire summer sitting on a futon, watching hours of mind-numbing television and just eating myself to death. And here it is a year later. I'm the lowest I've been with my weight in over a decade. I'm at Rocky Mountain National Park, and I'm walking, and I feel great. I kept smiling a little bit. I know you don't see me smile a lot in videos. I have what I call resting dick face. I must look like the meanest guy in the world when I'm just walking and I'm not really thinking about a whole lot. I probably look very unapproachable, too. So, I hiked over to the rocks. I got to climb the rocks. I got some great footage. And wouldn't you know it, the GoPro, all the footage came through on the GoPro with the exception of the coolest shot that I did. That shot I was able to access on my phone through the GoPro app. So I took a 10-second snippet, and I'm going to be posting it on my Instagram probably in the next few days. So, as you can see, there's some more beautiful footage, and I drove to the end of the park. I also located a lot of the hiking trails that I had been looking for previously. So hopefully when the weather improves and I get a good report back on this growth in the middle of my chest, I'll be able to start hitting some of those other trails. I want to thank my now 162 subscribers. Very impressed with that. We're only 38 away from 200. And I remember being proud of the milestone of reaching 100. Heck, I remember reaching the milestone of 50. So this is kind of neat. I do want to thank everyone that does watch these, that watches them to the end. If you do have any questions or comments, like to see me talk about something else, by all means, please leave it in the comments section, and I'll be happy to respond. That's going to wrap things up for this week. I'll be back here next week for an update. Stay tuned to my Instagram or Facebook or Twitter for the update on the doctor's visit. Hopefully I'll be doing that sometime tomorrow, and they don't make me wait too long. All right, until the next time, have a fantastic week, and thank you again for watching. Bye.